Next July, our nation will be celebrating its 250th birthday. And each week over the next year, we're going to be digging into our state's past, our state's present, and the future.
In Wallingford, there's a living window into colonial America. Aaron Connolly takes us inside the iconic Nehemiah Royce house and reveals the very spot George Washington once stood.
Located at 538 North Main Street in Wallingford, the Nehemiah Royce house is the oldest house in town.
Wallingford's founded in 1670, and this house, the Nehemiah Royce house, is built 2 years later in 1672.
It was constructed by its namesake, one of Wallingford's founding settlers, and is a quintessential example of early New England saltbox architecture.
Nehemiah Royce, we know that he did come from New London prior to living in Wallingford. He was a tanner, which is somebody who works with animal hides to make them into leather goods. So you would have gone to him to buy shoes, to buy a saddle for your horse.
Notably, the house, which was owned by the Royce family for 200 years, was visited twice by George Washington.
In fact, this shows George Washington, I believe, arriving in Cambridge, Massachusetts after he left this house, that's an etching from that period.
He visited once in 1775 when he was a general, and later in 1789 when he was the President of the United States.
The first time he was coming through, headed to Boston, we do know that he bought gunpowder while he was in Wallingford, presumably for the troops. The second time as president, he was touring the whole United States.
The home was moved 400 feet to its current location in 1924. In 1995, it was gifted from Choate Rosemary Hall to the Wallingford Historic Preservation Trust.
We do know that this corner cupboard, that's original to the house.
Jerry Farrell Jr. is president of the trust. He says over the last 30 years, they have worked to restore the property.
Well, it's always money. You could think, oh, it's wonderful to preserve, but we've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on the house.
The trust has also worked to showcase some of the more difficult parts of the home's history, including the story of Dick Freedom, a formerly enslaved man owned by the Royce family. He fought in the Revolutionary War and is memorialized on the property. Listed in the National Register of Historic Places, the Nehemiah Royce house continues to stand as a symbol of endurance, bearing visible witness to over 3 centuries of American life.
Well, I think it's that touchstone to the past that, we know the real history of this house. We can refer to people in our own national history that have been part of the house's actual history. And yet it's so rooted in the community, too, that it's been here 300 plus years, and it's still here.
Well, that was Aaron Connolly reporting.
That was. And if you'd like to visit the Nehemiah Royce house, we have all the information on our website, WFSB.com.
Admission is free, but of course, donations are appreciated.
All right.